The lyrics went like, I started a joke, and I can see, blah, blah, blah. Turns out the joke was all on me. Something like that. Something, something, something. That's how the song went. I don't know who originally did that joke. That joke? That song. Who did that song? I know Faith No More did a version of it. Was it their song? Was it someone else's song? Who bloody cares? I think COVID-19, and you gotta love the development of its name. You know, it's like ISIS, isn't it? I said this before. I think it's killed all the clowns. All the clowns are dead. I haven't heard a peep from a clown in weeks. Like weeks. They've all gone to ground. There's some clowns, some of the usual clowns is what I call them. They're the most useful clowns. People who I'm sort of, you got a loose network of associations on social media platforms. And these people I barely know, but like they're definitely staunch members of the clown world community. And they're people I get a lot of sources for content from, because they're always sharing ridiculous stuff. I'm like, thanks. It's like I didn't have to do much research to find stuff. When I was making more videos on this channel, like all the time, I was always having to look for stuff, but then just I'd be gifted all this stuff all the time. I've been gifted nothing for weeks. Nothing shared about how the far right are gonna, kick in your door and eat your babies. Nothing about how Brexit's gonna turn, bisexual men impotent. Nothing. There's been nothing for a long time, and I started getting suspicious. I was like, "Yo, have they unfriended me? Have they found out what I've been up to?" No, they're still there. They've just shut the fuck up. The clowns have shut their mouths. Now, I'm not the only person who's noticed this or commented on this, but I'm definitely going to be the funniest. This is to put this in the context. So, turns out all the causes, all the things that they believed in, all these things that were so important, all these really important issues that we need to pay attention to, and all these horrible things that were happening in the Western world, it turns out were very trivial in the grander scheme of things. So it turns out that they were halfway crooks. You know what I mean? Do you remember the Shook Ones lyrics? You familiar? There ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Scared to look, scared to death, they shook. They're halfway crooks. This is what I kept saying. This is what I said in the last podcast about how, the threat of the far right was, and all these other sort of things that people thought were really like bad and shit, and they only half believed it, because they just wanted to talk about something. They wanted to have a cause to champion. They didn't really fully believe it. The same with, I said the same with Islamic terrorism. The fear was mainly, it was just sort of a paranoia rather than a genuine fear of it happening, because, I don't think anyone, like I said, I don't think anyone thought that the country was going to get overrun by, Muslim fundamentalists who could impose Sharia law on everybody. I don't think a lot of people really believed that was going to happen. And I'm right, because the fear over this shit has completely outweighed everything else. Suddenly everything has been put into perspective. Like I said, you got to be fluid in life. Life is like water. Everything is an opportunity, and something good does come from bad all the time. I always believed in this for a little while. Not always. Not since I was 2. I wasn't a 2-year-old. I had this profound view of the world. Like, oh yeah, I'm 2 now. I can really understand the spiritual connections of the world. Like, no, I'm not being ridiculous. But definitely for a few years, and no more so than when my father died. No more so then. And I was like, all right, well, something good's going to come out of this. It has to, and it has. That sounds weird, but I'm not going to go into the whole ins and outs of why, but good stuff happened. What happened? It made me a better person, a better human being. Not just him dying, but like, God, this is going to sound terrible. Well, I'm not starting this again. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is terrible shit, but people are sort of pulling together. Now, obviously, there's a lot of douchebags out there who've, sort of got time off work and they're all just having parties on the beach and going to Snowdonia and shit. Well, they're idiots. And the rule of thumb is stay away from idiots. Do you know what I mean? This is why I never got a driving license, is because it's not me that's the problem, it's everyone else that's driving is the problem. Do you know what I mean? Them. I know a hell of a lot of people who are idiot drivers who've killed other people and didn't kill themselves. Like, way too many. So, like, do you know what I'm saying? I mean, my auntie got killed by an idiot driver. Fucking, do you know what I mean? Like, all this shit, man. Actually, my grandparents got killed by an idiot driver, but I think the idiot driver was my granddad. God, I'm saying way too much. I'm sorry. Putting way too much out there. This is all for fun. These are all jokes. Point is, what is the point? What is the point? No, I'm joking. It's fine. Yeah, there are idiots out there that are going to ruin it for everybody. They will be the reason why there's going to be a nationwide lockdown in the UK. It's the inevitable. You can only do so much. You can only, as long as you've done your bit, you're just going to have to go, well, I did my bit in it. I'm going to have to be on lockdown for 2 months. And it'll be 2 to 3 months when they lock it down. And they should lock it down. Because people just can't act right. But anyway, the point is there has a positivity has come out of this. And I think it is the death of clown world. I mean, we were so worried. I mean, at the turn of the year, I mean, when the election happened in the UK, it was like, right, well, finally, that's settled. Done. The majority has spoken. They've said no. They've rejected all this fear-mongering and nonsense. But then this come along, it's like, oh, fucking hell. As soon as we stopped talking about Brexit, we got something new to talk about. It's the timing was, well, suspicious enough to, make loads of people create conspiracy theories out of it. And I could create a really good conspiracy theory out of the whole thing. In fact, I was going to write an article about that, but now I've gone against it because, I think people need content that isn't related to this stuff. That's why I'm trying to ease you out of it, because you're going to be interested in listening to this, because there's only one news story right now, isn't it? I mean, nothing else is happening on planet Earth. No one else is dying. Do you know what I mean? There's no wars. There's nothing going on. There's nothing. Jeffrey Epstein, what was that? A bad dream? I think it was, All that stuff's gone. No one cares about Megxit. None of this bullshit. Nothing else is happening. But I'm trying to ease you out of that and bring you back to thinking and talking about stuff that is important. You know what I'm saying? But the fact is, the clowns have shut the fuck up. They've gone. They've tried, though. I mean, God bless them, they have tried. They have tried. They started off with just, bashing the government or bashing the political, the political side that they don't like, whatever they were doing. They tried all that. They tried to make this about political ideology. And weirdly, this hasn't been, it's slowly and surely it's becoming less politicized. Even though journalists and activists try to politicize the whole thing, it's like, this is an actual crisis. And funny enough, the climate crisis, well, it's just disappeared. That's gone too. Because people have gone, we shouldn't be listening to children. It's like, I don't know if you noticed, but all the experts I've been hearing and seeing talking about this virus and what we should do, none of them have been school children. Do you know what I mean? And yet Leonardo DiCaprio hasn't invited a single one of these experts onto his yacht. Amazing, isn't it? Why hasn't he invited these people? That's this little girl, this expert. Do you want to come on my yacht and eat some lobster? Do you know what I'm saying? I know I'm mixing fiction and reality a little bit there, but he blatantly has got a yacht. Do you want to come on my private jet? Whisk it off to an island. You need, just have an hour off on an island. Would that be all right? No, Leo hasn't extended his hand out to take people off to an island or, serenade them at his beach house. He hasn't done any of that. none of the actual experts, the people that we should be listening to and relying on. Well, I guess they're not cool and sexy enough, isn't it? Which is a very bizarre thing to say about that strange little pixie woman. Can we call her a woman? She's 17. That's like, yeah, you can drive and get married in the UK at that age. So yeah, she just can't get drunk yet. No, I bet. Imagine her drunk. Fuck me. I bet that'd be a nightmare. That'd be some nightmare shit. You know that's a nightmare. That's a nightmare scenario. She'd be the kind of person who get drunk and fucking call an ambulance on herself, going, ah! Do you know what I mean? Like, real, like, put her in a cupboard or something. Duct tape her, put her in the cupboard. I don't care. Which reminds me, I had this is totally off topic, but just because I mentioned duct tape, I had one of my first serious girlfriends. I met her at a house party, and she got really drunk, and she passed out in a bed, and I duct taped her to the bed. And then like a month later, we were boyfriend and girlfriend. I just remember that. That's how we met. I actually duct taped her to a bed. I didn't do anything weird to her. It was just a prank, bro. Alright, it's just a prank. So that's what young people do. It's the only good thing young people can do is silly pranks and shit. You know, like coughing on produce and scaring people. You know, that's all kids are useful for. And shooting each other. TikTok. Yeah, that's all young people can do. You know, just shoot each other. TikTok, spread diseases. And that's about all they do. But yeah, Clown World is cancelled, man, because they got nothing to add to the conversation. All the doom and gloom that they've got in their canon is, it's everyone's like, oh yeah, all that shit's completely meaningless. It doesn't affect my life at all. In the grander scheme of things, this is all just nonsense. Turns out this is all nonsense. Who would have thought it? That it all just turned out to be absolute nonsense. That's fantastic. I didn't see it coming. I thought this stuff was super serious. Because even when there's a crisis going on, I mean, the fight has to continue. You can't just stop the fight and stop telling people what's important just because suddenly people are coughing and stuff and dying. You know, you got to carry the fight on. It just makes me think, oh yeah, the fight. Oh, the fight was bullshit, wasn't it? It was all bullshit, wasn't it? That's why you've all shut the fuck up. And as much as it pisses me off to have to read just the same subject matter of every social media post, but yet all the clowns who just wouldn't shut up for years have disappeared. So it's like, well, I welcome the virus talk. If the clowns could piss off, you know, and just marinate their head in their own shit whilst it's up their asshole, you know, I mean, just to make them taste a bit more fruity. Like, go ahead, that's fine with me. You know, it's a gift and a curse. It is a gift and a curse. I mean, what are they doing? I mean, what are they up to right now if they're not mouthing off on social media and trying to shut people down and just virtue signal and saying, what are they doing? What are they up to? I'm fascinated. I want to know what they're doing because I hadn't heard a peep. I know there's a few that are still trying, but most of them, they just gone to ground, man. But there are a set of clowns who are still trying. But that's because they haven't got anything else to do. You know, with the case of, you know, what I've always said is that these people are attention seekers, first and foremost. You know, these aren't activists. These aren't people who are virtuous. These aren't people that care. They're just fucking attention seekers at the end of the day. Well, the biggest attention seekers are obviously, you know, mainstream celebrities. They're number one. And I like YouTubers and shit probably are. Like, they're attention seekers too, but it's not the same kind of attention because, you know, they're not living in this elitist bubble. These other motherfuckers are. So doing what they're doing, you know, it's sort of, I don't know if you've seen the Imagine video. Have you seen it? You seen it? All the celebrities in isolation and self-quarantining. Going, imagine all the people. Have you seen it? Because, what's it? Bridget Bardot. What's her name? Gail Gadot? Oh, whoever the fuck it is. You know, she's seen people doing it in Italy and thought, hey, there's a trend. That's like a coronavirus online trend. Let's jump on that trend. And I'll send it. You know, they've probably got a WhatsApp group chat. You know, probably WeChat, because they are slaves to the Chinese. And yeah, let's do this viral video thing. We ain't got nothing to do. All our films are cancelled and shit. Yeah, they did it. And obviously some people liked it. I'm like, oh yay, this is so inspiring. This is so cool, But those are idiots, innit? Those are the sort of people that, they're the kind of people you say, if you stick your dick in the toaster, it will boost your immune system by 15%. But that's those people in it that like that kind of thing. That's them in it. They're the ones who are sharing the posts, going, if you gargle salt water, it will clear the coronavirus from your throat. Those are the people that like that kind of stuff. Nonsense people. Do you know what I mean? The sort of people that shouldn't be in charge of anything. This is why equality doesn't quite work, because some people need to go like, I'll designate where the bins go, because I know about this stuff, but you take the bins there. Do you see? That's the hierarchy of life, and that's how it works, I tell you where the bins are and where they go, and you just take them there, okay? That's it, because I'm not picking up a fucking bin. Look at me. I'm not picking up a bin. You're picking up the bin. Yeah, but I think we should put it over there. No, you don't put the bin over there. But why? You won't be able to think this through as much as me. So just do as I say. We are equal as human beings. You, physically, you are superior to me. But mentally, I am more superior to you. That's why I tell you where to put the fucking bins, okay? Alright, that makes sense. And the beautiful balance of society is maintained. Blah, 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 blah. What was I saying before? I don't know. I fucking lost my mind. God, I really did lose track with that little funny anecdote. It's not an anecdote, is it? What was that? Was that just a bit? Was that a joke? What did I just do then? I don't know. What's going on? Where am I? See a bright white light. Look, what I'm saying is, what was I saying? Fuck, I don't know. What's going on? Shit. Oh yeah, I remember. So, anyway, that's the people that like this kind of stuff. The reaction to this silly Imagine video from a lot of people that I like, a lot of YouTubers and people, the community people, has been exactly the right attitude of going, look at these narcissistic, vacuous idiots thinking this is what we need and what we want. Fantastic. I wish they'd said that. Remember the song they did after 9/11? Like, yeah, this is for 9/11. Like, what purpose did that fucking song solve? Oh, we've been hit. Like, what? I don't remember Bob Geldof after after the Guildford bombings or anything like that. When they blew up the Arndale Centre, going, we need to make a song to show terrorism that we will not be scared. I don't remember anything like that. All the silly. Oh, do you remember that John Legend did his song after Barack Obama won the election? And he turned Obama's speech into musical lyrics, thinking he was R. Kelly, because R. Kelly could have done that. R. Kelly would have made a banger, not John Legend, mate. R. Kelly's the only one that can make conversations into just a sex anthem. Like R. Kelly. God bless. I'm sorry, I've changed drinks now. God bless R. Kelly, man. I hope they're treating him better than they've been treating Weinstein. God bless you. Love you, Ark. Love you, Arkel. Love you, Robert. Love you as much as your grandma did. But anyway, John Legend, they going, oh, change is going to come. I think he was playing, maybe he was playing the piano. Was it guitar? I don't know. Or maybe he was playing a fucking kazoo. Oh, change is going to come. Whatever he was doing. Just, piss off, would you? So the reaction from enough people has been like, oh, these dickheads need to fuck off, This is so annoying. Shut up. Especially doing their vlogs, like, oh, quarantined, day 8, look what I've been doing. No, I don't care what you've been doing. I don't care what you're doing before. Like, no one wants to know about your life. I don't care what you've been doing. I like when you're acting and shit, that's cool, but like the rest of it, you can just go blow yourself. And some of the most virtuous and insufferable guff talkers. I mean, Mark Ruffalo's one of them, isn't he? God, he's always on the virtue signaling. I mean, at this time of crisis, 1 minute he's in that silly video singing like half a line, going, "Imagine all the people." I'm Mark Ruffalo, and then he's going, "Oh, you shouldn't be calling the coronavirus the Chinese virus. That's just." I was like, shut up, Ruffalo. Why did you think anyone was gonna fucking listen to you in the first place? Like, well, I mean, what have you done? I mean, you are like most famous for playing the non-CG version, like, do you know what I mean? Of the Incredible Hulk, who's been played by loads of other people. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what you're most well known for. Do you know what I mean? You do the bit where you're not a computerized thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's like just being Bruce Wayne. Or, do you know what I mean? I just played Bruce Wayne. So you didn't play Batman? No, I didn't play Batman. That was a computer. Is it? Yeah. Alright. So you just played Bruce Wayne. That's fucking shit. Yeah. Suppose it is. That's what you're most famous for. I mean, how can these people who don't even make art, they're not even artists. You know what I mean? They're just like, oh, you know me from those Marvel films. Now, I'm going to tell you about, what you should be doing about ending poverty or something. It's like, what do you do? You play someone, you wear a silly costume and get paid too much money for it. Why am I listening to you? Oh, because I'm famous and shit. It's like, shut up, innit? So they haven't gone to ground. I mean, well, because they need to stay in the public eye. At least the other virtual signalers had the decency just to fuck off, but they're still there, making a fucking song. Which is basically, and that's basically like a rip-off version and a low-budget version of, wasn't it Children in Need? It was a Children in Need song, remember? It's just a perfect day, when they had loads of celebrities and singers doing like, a bar each or something. Remember that? That was big out there. So it's not even an original thing to do. It's a low-rent version, just done on their phones. Like a phoned-in performance. These vacuous non-entities. And this is what I'm hoping, as the clowns have scuttled away and hidden in the circus, or, they've gone back to the circus, or wherever they've gone to, Planet Circus. I don't know where I don't know. There's some big hive of them, and it's a big circus tent, and they're just there, with flowers that squirt water, just chasing each other around, going, woohoo, we're clowns, like, whatever they're doing. They've all fucked off, but these clowns are still out there because they're Hollywood elites, because they just have to be like, people need to see that we are real still, because we're not making any movies now, no one's going to the cinema, so like we have to, like, we're here, we're still here. And I'm thinking that maybe this will be the end of their bullshit too. Maybe this is fully killing Clown World. Maybe this is like, because cast your minds to literally a month ago, in February, when apparently the most concerning thing on planet Earth, according to Hollywood celebrities, was that a Jamaican transvestite didn't get a nomination for being best costume designer. That was the biggest concern for everybody in Hollywood. It's going, well, this is disgraceful. This is awful. This is, have you noticed there's never been a homosexual woman being given credit? A homosexual woman has never even been nominated for best sound editing. Do you know what an injustice that is? I mean, that was their biggest concern. And, a few months before that, there's not enough diversity in film critics. It's like, oh yeah, well, these are all the really important issues on planet Earth, isn't it? I thought having a better representation of ethnic minorities in the police force was a problem. I remember that being a problem, and that being something that they wanted to change because the percentages weren't right, and they were like, well, we need more black people and Asians in the police force. I remember that being a thing. I remember that being a problem. I don't remember anyone going up at the BAFTAs and going, hey, We need more black coppers, all right? I don't remember Ray Winston getting up there and going, hey, we need more Pakistani community support officers. I don't remember anything like that, but because I thought that that's probably I don't know, that's more important, isn't it? Isn't that an important thing? That's one of those important things, isn't it? Is that what's important? I don't. Yeah, I think that's one of the important things. But oh no, this is more important. Going, well, why isn't any female directors being nominated for Best Director? That's what needs to happen. Oh, I see. Right. Okay. What about women's rights in certain countries where they can't vote or drive cars, and when rape is acceptable for a husband to put upon his wife? Isn't that what you should be talking about in your big platform going up? Well, do you know how many women were raped by their husbands last year in these countries? We need to talk about that. No, it's like, do you know how many bisexuals get nominated for best animated short? Not enough. Not enough. There's not enough. So apparently that was a real big problem. That's one of the biggest problems. So that's Hollywood's priorities and what Hollywood's going about, and now now they've got nothing to do. I mean, what are they going to be virtue signaling about? So they're like, let's make people feel better by saying, we're in this together. Like, well, you've got a bigger house than me. It's probably easier. Because, you can't, especially trying to do the whole relatability thing. It's like, how do people not realize that these people cannot relate to you in any shape or form? But they've been trying to. They've been trying to. Hey, I have the same struggles, and we're all the same here. We're all the same here. That I'm not the same as you, all right? My struggle isn't your struggle, because I ain't in the UK on lockdown. Okay, I've been washing my hands for fucking years. I was way ahead of the game. When I do a shit, I wash my hands. I ain't like you. And the worst part of it is that now they're all trying to become vloggers and shit. I know you've got celebrities on YouTube who are already being vloggers, like Will Smith, Jack Black, and God knows who else, The Rock. But now there's people, the late night talk show hosts are actually there just doing vlogs and just fully exposing themselves as just being really shit, like talentless, just vacuous, talentless assholes. And that's really, I think, exposed a lot of shit. Just burn it all open. How they sort of poo-poo and look down their noses at YouTubers and stuff. People like that going, oh, really, you got your little YouTube thing, haven't you? Well, I'm number one on trending because I suck the best penis at YouTube HQ. The sort of disdain that they have for, like, these people who are completely outside the system making millions. I mean, and, people who are making millions who are just doing what I'm doing. People who shoot it themselves, edit it themselves, come up, they write all the material, they research it, they do everything. All right, a lot of big YouTubers and shit then go on to, they'll have editors and, you know what I'm saying? You have your editors and you have your team, but they've already got directors or teams of writers. They haven't got the teams, even when they got teams behind them. Logan Paul will have a team. Shane Dawson will have a team. Philip Franco's obviously got a big team, but then he does a news type thing. But they've got a team, but they won't have the team. And that a lot of these celebrities will have. They'll have these ridiculous teams. A room full of writers, about 10 writers, whose only job is to make these people look good and look funny. And when that's all gone, and they just sat there with their fucking phone, going, hey, it's me. I present the Tonight Show. Do you know me? You know me. Hey, well, I'm at home quarantining the same as you guys, and just want to say And then they've lost you, and then they've gone. They can't do it. They can't even do it. They can't even do that. They can't even record something on their fucking phone. Like, why these people get millions for doing that bullshit job of just the same generic shit going, hey, here's my funny bit. Well, this week, do you know what I did? We did a real funny thing. What did I do? I became a flight attendant. Look, here's me singing karaoke in a car with Bob Marley's Ghost. Hey, have you seen TikTok? I'm doing TikTok. Let's read mean tweets. God's sake. And then when it all strips away, when it's all taken away from you, the facade, all the glitz, the glamour, your makeup artist is gone, your head writer's fucking, well, he's quarantining, and he ain't writing shit for you, because you won't pay him. You sat there with your camera phone, okay? Hey, it's me. Well, we're not doing a show tonight, so anyway, Donald Trump, am I right? And that's it. I literally saw 2 clips with Stephen Colbert at home, and both times he just made a Donald Trump joke. I was like, right, so you can't even do that. You know, you can't even stay at home and not do those jokes. Like, that's literally the only thing you have. When he stops being president, and if you've still got your show, what are you going to talk about? Even during the coronavirus, a hell of a lot of people have just given up on talking about Donald Trump, going, oh yeah, there are there are more important things to talk about or consider. But not you vacuous fuck. He's probably there going, oh, I hope loads of people die so he doesn't, get a second term as president. There's people out there thinking that kind of thing. They're fucking nut jobs. But anyway, they're the last of the clowns. The Hollywood elite clowns. They really are. They're there. They can't make their crappy films that no one wants. No one's going to the cinema to watch it. Now they're at home doing vlog updates of them in isolation, going, God, this is difficult. In my mansion. When you got 32 bedrooms in a mansion, like, you can have a lot of variety. Do you know what I mean? You can explore your own house. Especially if you're always on location making films, you won't be spending that much time in your mansion anyway. You've probably got like rooms you've never been in, like going, have I been in every room? Like, you could explore your own house because you won't spend that much time there. There's only a few key rooms you'd spend your time in. You're going, yo, what's in my house? You probably find a relative that you forgot about. You got so many rooms. I mean, you just be walking down the hallway and go, yo, what is in this room? And you're like, oh, God, Auntie Bella. Because they would have an Auntie Bella, wouldn't they? Oh, Auntie Bella, I didn't know you were here. Oh, my God, how long you been here? It's like, shit, I've been running a fucking sweatshop out of this place. I never thought you'd find me again. You're never here. Do you know what I mean? Probably find a drugged up, duct tape prostitute in there that they forgot about. Still with $100 bill up her asshole for the last booth session. Oh my God, I boofed her. Shit, she's dead. Oh my God, there's that hooker I boofed. Shit. God. And then you sack the cleaner because you're like, well, why didn't you find this dead hooker? She's been dead for months. Come here, Consuela, come here. What's this? You see this? This is dead. How long do you think she's been dead for? Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think of who I can throw mad at. Who's one of the worst celebrities out there? God, there's so many to choose from, isn't there? Good God. God. Saying, oh, signorina, not a see, no, signorina, no. Consuela, that dead hooker's been there for fucking months. I know, I remember when I killed her. Okay? I just forgot I killed it. She's been there. You're really not doing your job very well, are you, Consuela? The fact that there's a rotten dead hooker that I boofed from 2 months ago in this room still. And you tell me you clean the toilet. You tell me the toilet seat's so clean that I can lick it. And I have licked it on Snapchat, Consuela, because I'm trying to do content for the kids. They like that kind of thing. You made me look like a fucking idiot, Consuela. And then he'll just, do you know what? He won't punch her like that. He'll face palm her like, BAM! Like, and just push her nose up into her skull. Consuela's dead. And then he's got to get a new cleaner to get rid of the dead hooker and Consuela. Fucking mental. You see, so, like, you know, we can't really relate to your struggle about being locked down in your house when it's so big you've got just dead bodies lying about it that you didn't even fucking know about. There's probably a room just full of, there's $1 million in cash that you just threw around one day just for a laugh. Like, oh, yeah. I wonder where that $1 million went. It's here. This is the Make It Rain room. Oh, I left all those millions in the Make It Rain room. God, how fucking daft am I? What am I like? The Make It Rain room. It's full of cash. Here's hoping anyway that it's all been exposed. Because I think the longer they're out, I mean, with the clown world celebrities, which is most of them, I think the longer that they're out of the loop and outside the system that they're so used to being in, and then sort of just thrown in amongst all of us who can all do the same thing, but don't have as much reach. The more people get bored of their content and bored of their bullshit, then maybe they won't have a job to go back to. And people are like, do you know what? Like, nah, I'm done with you. Fuck you. Like, that's what I kind of hope happens. The people just, because during these kind of times, during a crisis especially, I mean, this is essentially the foundations of good storytelling. It's characterization. Characters facing adversity. What is the test of your character? How do you react to these situations? The hero's journey. The hero, when it's confronted with the biggest time, with the biggest. I can't think. The biggest. What is the word I'm looking for? Oh my god, my vocabulary has just descended into bullshit. I have no words anymore. My vocabulary is like a quarter of what it was. What is the word I'm trying to think? Oh my god, when you meet real adversity, when the hero comes up against its greatest challenge yet, a do or die situation is like it's death or it's I must succeed or it's death. This is my biggest hurdle in life. This conquest. Do you know what I mean? And they meet their biggest hurdle. This either makes them or breaks them. And I think these motherfuckers ain't no heroes, and this is just going to break them. I think they're going to realize, going, oh my god. The smoke and mirrors, do you know what I mean? Wizard of Oz. The curtain's been pulled back and you're just some weird old man with a microphone going, oh shit. Jimmy Kimmel? Is that really you? Yes, this is who I was all along. I think that's what's going to, well, I hope that's what's going to happen. Because the longer it goes on, the more exposed you're going to be. There's only so long you can spend without just fully opening yourself up to absolute, there's so much, God, my vocabulary really is just dead. What words? I got no words left. I can't even describe nothing no more. I just need to point at stuff now. I was like, woman, I'm just on a white background. What am I going to point at to make it make sense? When all is said and done, the facade, the mask, when it all drops, you're just gonna be left exposed, innit? That's what I'm trying to say. They'll be left exposed when they got nothing left. They got nothing to hide behind. They got no team backing them up, and they're just there constantly, just revealing more about themselves, and just suddenly, the costume has gone. The Emperor has no fucking clothes on, motherfucker. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just gonna slowly unravel They're going, hey, it's me, you know me? And after about 3 weeks, like going, oh my God, I'm just a vacuous, empty shell with no talent. What am I doing here? Oh my God, I am completely useless. Whereas in that time, there could be a YouTuber that could go from like 2,000 subs to 100,000 in 2 months. Like that. And within 6 months, they'll be on 1 million. Whereas these motherfuckers will just, self-destructively plunge their entire career down the toilet. Because suddenly they were themselves. And no one liked it. That's what I thought about Stephen Colbert, man. He's like Paul O'Grady. I always said that. Paul O'Grady, when Paul O'Grady was Lily Savage back in the 90s, it was quite funny. But then when he started being himself on television with his own show, it was like, this guy's a fucking weirdo and he's not funny. Same with Stephen Colbert. He created a very funny caricature, which enabled him to get away with saying all kinds of horrendous shit without taking the responsibility. And then he became a late-night talk show host and just became just a virtue-signaling, arrogant asshole. And it's like, oh, that's who he always was. Fantastic. Like Steve Coogan. I've always appreciated the work of Steve Coogan. But when he started talking as himself, it's really put me off. Oh, it really put me off, that did. Anyway, these clowns have been getting away with this shit for too long. But at least now we can go through a period where we're not constantly having weird ideologies rammed down our throat, being told what pieces of shit we are. Do you know what I mean? Saying, this film's the most important thing that's ever made. What, Transformers 6? Yes. Why, it's got the first lesbian robot car? That's why it's important. Do you know what I mean? All that stuff's out the window now. They have nothing to thrust down our throats. Because it's all on hold now. And how long is it going to hold out? Do you know what I mean? Maybe people are going to start, because they've got more time on their hands, maybe people are going to start like looking at other stuff and find other stuff and go, yo, there's some better stuff out here. I didn't know about it. Maybe they're looking look at older films and go, because I've watched all the new stuff. They'll binge watch loads of stuff and then they'll have to go back in time and go, yo, shit was better. Oh my God, what is all this crap they're pumping into us? Everything's crap now. Maybe more of those people that are just, the people that shovel popcorn into their face and just watch anything that's new out and go, maybe they'll realise that they've just been fed a load of crap. I don't know. But there's nothing like a crisis to really put things in perspective and go, oh yeah, no, that's really important, is it? Oh yeah. Oh, I see. Gender neutral bathrooms. It's not really that important. No. The next Doctor Who should be a transgender Chinese woman. Or Chinese thing, whatever you call it. It's not that important, is it? No, it's not that important. Oh, that's not that important, is it? Oh, it's not. Oh, none of this stuff's important. Oh my God, we're not important. What do you mean anything we've done isn't important? Yeah, none of it's important. I just said I don't fucking remind you. We need more. We need more bipolar Sri Lankan film critics. It turns out that's not important. We just need more Sri Lankans not to die. That's what's important, isn't it? Oh, the far right's on the rise in Italy. No, they're just all dying now. Oh yeah, it's not really that important. Don't close the border. All borders open to everyone. Which is probably the most hilarious one, and obviously this has been pointed out enough times for the irony to be fantastic. Open borders, everyone can come in, everyone's welcome. But as soon as anything actually threatens your way of life, your everyday today, the bubble that you've been living in, then suddenly it's like, yeah, fucking shut the borders, damn right, what the fuck? What? If anyone's coughing, round them up and shoot them in the face. Yeah, because this is what we all, and you know what, this is what we all knew anyway. Anyone with any fucking sense, like, yeah, well, when it happens to you, you change your tune. you're going to change your tune. Guaranteed. So ridiculously true. It's tragic. Because all the other stuff, there was no threat to you. You know, it was no problem. It was just something to talk about. It just turns out you were all just talking all the time, just talking too much. You were intoxicated by your own sense of self-importance. You just thought that everything you said was so important and so worthy and so brilliant and so amazing. You know, you thought everything you did was worthwhile, and now you're like, oh yeah, all this stuff is meaningless. All the bullshit that you can spout out is being drowned out by the one thing that dominates everything. The real existential crisis. The real crisis. Not the existential crisis. What am I talking about? That's it. My vocabulary's gone. I got no vocabulary no more. I need to go back to school and do English. It's terrible. I guess this is what happens when you don't live in an English-speaking nation for a hell of a long time and don't have that many people to talk to. Your vocabulary just fucking disintegrates. Shit. People I most engage with are fucking... people in the chat on Twitch. You know, I mean, as much as I love my followers or the weirdos that turn up there, I mean, their vocabulary, they haven't got the best set of words. But yes. When the crisis comes a call and it says, hello, I'm the real crisis, everyone's like, oh yeah, shit, well, yeah, bin all that other stuff. I thought that was really important. Nah, this is not. It's not that important. Yeah, last week you were saying this is the most important thing we should be doing. You said we need... What are you doing? No, it's not that cool. You said we need to, like, release 1 million cows from captivity and let them run riot across the country. You said this is the most important thing going on. I was like, nah, I just realised that, like, if the food runs out, we're going to have to eat cows. We're going to need food, though, innit? Now, hopefully, everything won't come to a halt in that we have an actual crisis where there's a shortage of food and sustenance for people. But it would be interesting to see how many vegans just start eating animals, because it's like, animal liberation or death, isn't it? It's the most important thing, in fact. Animal lives over human lives. Yeah. I'd say about 80% of them motherfuckers are going to eat a cow. And if they have to kill it, 70% of them would chop its head off. Guaranteed. You're all just... Come on. Like, now's the time for honesty, isn't it? Now's the time just to come out in the open. Do you know what I mean? This is intervention time. When we all just go, do you know what? If we're all being honest, yeah. Are we all being honest? I don't think the moon landing happened, and Epstein didn't kill himself, and fuck animals, I'm eating them. That's what you're going to be like. You're going to be on that tip. You're going, at the end of the day, fuck them. I'm hungry. You're going to be eating animals, because it's either, when it comes to the crunch, are you going to starve to death, or are you going to eat an animal? And I don't think it's going to get that far. Not this time. But part of me would like it to, just to see what you do, because this is the test of someone's character. This is the real test of character in a proper crisis. This is the nearest thing we've got to experience in a world war that your grandparents would have experienced, or your great-grandparents, depending on how young you are. Do you know what I mean? This is the closest thing we got so far. You fought the Afghan war and shit. I mean, that's, well, for the Afghanistan, for the Afghans and the Iraqis, that's definitely close enough to World War II, because they're in an actual fucking war. But for us, yeah, we've been alright, haven't we? Everything's been fine. So this is the closest thing we got. The war is, instead of, having black curtains at night so the Germans don't bomb us in our beds, we just have to wash our hands. But this is a war nonetheless, and I'd like to see how it goes to its natural conclusion, how it's supposed to play out, where vegans are going to be eating meat because they have to. the desperation. Because you're all full of shit. Come on, just admit it. Look, we're all being open and honest now. You're full of shit. You're going to eat a cow. Come on. All immigrants are equal. All the people that are like pro-mass immigration. The virtue. Like I said, I'm not someone who's anti-immigration at all. I don't like xenophobia. That's all bullshit. I'm talking about the ones who are just super crazy. Let everyone in. It's like, all right, well, can 2 of them stay at your house? No, they wouldn't like that. You motherfuckers, you're going to close the border down. If you think there's one coughing Albanian, you're going to ask for every Albanian to be shot in the face. Let's face facts, man. Come on, when the fear machine's got you, when you're scared, this is going to be the proof of your character. This is what's going to reveal what your real character is, and it's revealing a hell of a lot. Because a lot of people have shut the fuck up finally. A lot of people are just being, really selfish. Especially young people as well. Oh, you've ruined our future. You're ruining the present, motherfuckers. Go home and stay there. Here it is. And the clowns will make their songs, and the clowns will try to turn this into bipartisan fucking bullshit. They'll try and politicize everything, when the one thing we need to do is just all work together. And the clowns have shut up, considerably piped down. And the ones that are left are the Hollywood elite clowns. And at the moment, they seem to be digging their own graves. Well, let them dig their own graves. Let them dig it deeper and deeper and deeper. And let Joaquin Phoenix get so hungry that he has to eat a cow's face. And veal. Let it happen. This will be a wonderful thing. This can only be a wonderful thing at the end of the day. This is the good that comes from the bad. The death of clown world. So let's give it a clap. I mean, I could go on and on and on about this shit, but like I said, I'm done talking on this subject now. From now on, we're going to be talking about other things. I just thought it was interesting. They've all piped down. It's all piped down. Everyone's shut the fuck up. Everyone's gone home. I mean, everyone's outside shouting at your house. Hey, you've ruined it for us. You spoiled everything. You bastards. It's like, oh yeah, let's go home now, because the monsters are coming to eat us. We're not safe here. Thanks for saving us. No. Stay indoors, young'un. Anyway. That's all I have to say on the matter right now. But if you are a celebrity and you think that you need to do some sort of viral challenge or make a viral video to make us all feel better, don't. I mean, do it for your sake, because that might be one of the final nails in your career's coffin, because you may not be making any money for a while yet. So you might want to sell that classic sports car with a dead prostitute in the boot. You might want to sell that quick. And be kind to your cleaners. They're the ones that clean up the mess.